Why Jango Fett from Star Wars is cool and the MCU's Taskmaster is ass? Look, I'm a pretty big Jango Fett nerd, but I wanna make it as fair as possible, so I won't mention the open season comics and the Star Wars Bounty Hunter game. Just the prequel trilogy and Clone Wars, okay? If you haven't seen my channel, and I guess you probably haven't, well, here's my thoughts on Taskmaster. Let's be real, nobody likes Black Widow Taskmaster. We're like Tony Masters, Taskmaster. I have a lot of beef with you. I don't even read the comics, and this is not faithful. You know it's bad when I don't read the comics, and I still care about the comics version more. Okay, in all seriousness, Taskmaster isn't the worst MCU villain. That crown goes to Malekith. Also, don't harass the actors, it's not nice. They tried, alright? Let's give them that. Okay, let's take some criterias. The design of the character. Jango Fett looks badass. Looks badass as fuck. Mandalorians are awesome, and Jango Fett doesn't wear the coolest Mandalorian armor. Moff Gideon has the coolest armor in Mandalorian Season 3. God, I love that armor. But he's my personal favorite Mandalorian. Then again, I'm a Jango Fett nerd, so you expected that. I know this ain't the comic Taskmaster, but it looks pretty solid. And looks like a villain that's kinda badass looking. Also, it's like she's wearing ski goggles, bro, didn't try. I know she appears in Thunderbolts, but we'll talk about Thunderbolts later. But design isn't everything, because the acid monster from Ninjago looks pretty cool, but it's a nothing character. It's just a goon. So, let's see directions, shall we? I can hate on Taskmaster as much as I want, but I gotta admit, she's got some pretty neat fight scenes. I like them, I like some nice action. Sure, it's not Jackie Chan fight scene, but it's solid for a Marvel movie, I like it. Can you say that about Malekith? No, Taskmaster has action scenes, and I like it. But so does Jango. Yeah, they're not Jackie Chan level, same for Taskmaster, but I enjoy them for Star Wars fights. He fights Obi-Wan, he fights Windu. In terms of cool fight scenes, it's a tie. And this is probably the only point Taskmaster will get. Alright, let's get the obvious. Agency. Taskmaster got no agency. She's brainwashed. And when she gains her agency, it's by some dust. No, seriously, that's how it is in the movie. I'm not making this shit up. It's really that stupid. Jango Fett, he's just a simple man doing jobs. He's aware of his actions. He knows he's killing. But you see, he's paid for it. Also, he doesn't care about the clones. But Boba is an exception. Boba Fett, although a clone, is his son. And he loves him. We know what kind of person Jango Fett is. Taskmaster? She works for Daddy. And I don't mean Valley Vigili, I mean Marvel Epstein. Oh, and by the way, her father Dracov isn't actually a good villain either. So that one had no good villain. Now let's look at the quality of these two films, Attack of the Clones and Black Widow. Attack of the Clones? Yeah, it's not a great movie. It's not. It's got shit dialogue. Really bad dialogue, man. I don't like sand, although it's a good meme. That's not how... What the fuck, man? This film's dialogue is so bad it's good. I mean it. But this film isn't terrible. If it were terrible, I would hate Jango Fett. And I love Jango Fett. And if it has Christopher Lee, rest in peace, and Samuel L. Jackson, it's not a bad movie. I like Samuel L. Jackson. Also, why didn't he say motherfucker in this? Attack of the Clones, it's a solid film. It's got a lot of great moments and a good chunk of shit. Oh, relax, Black Widow, you're next. And oh boy, we'll talk about you. As I said earlier, I don't like the villains in this film. And the CGI in this? What the fuck? Even Spaceballs from 1987 looks better. And that's a Mel Brooks parody! Oh, and technically the Marvels, that movie, copied Dark Helmet's plan. You know, air sucking and all that, but this ain't Black Widow, so I'm not gonna talk about it, but just wanted to mention it because Marvel eventually copied Spaceballs. They copied a copy. Genius move. One of them has good dialogue and shit CGI, the other has bad dialogue and decent CGI. Yay! Two bads! Then again, prequel trilogy dialogue is a goldmine for memes. Okay, let's give the film some W's like I did with Attack of the Clones. Red Guardian is pretty good in this, I liked him more in Thunderbolts, but we'll get to that film one day. And obviously this film introduced Yelena, my favorite MCU woman. My favorite. And also this film doesn't treat Natasha like they treated her in Iron Man. Yeah, so Jango Fett dies in his first movie, but it's an honorable death. Oh, now let's mention Thunderbolts. So let's see, apparently Taskmaster works for Elaine Venice, aka Valentina. But then she's in the vault and then she dies. Yes, that's it. That's her role in the film. She dies. One line of dialogue. That's it. That's the whole character in this film. Wow. Wow, genius move, man. Genius move. Look, I'll give them credit where credit is due. Thunderbolts is the best MCU movie post-Endgame. It's a very great movie. I'll recommend watching it. But Taskmaster, that's it. So that's the whole character of Taskmaster explained. And yeah, that's why I like Jango Fett more. That's the video. Bye bye then.